Grace is a purebred Great White Pyrenees. I flew um, last week, I guess, on the 9th. I flew down to Toronto out of Thunder Bay and took Air Canada's coach bus up to Waterloo, Ontario, and the breeder dropped her off at the Waterloo Airport to me at 12:30 on the 9th, and I had to hang around Toronto or the Waterloo Airport until 5:30 when my coach bus of Air Canada was scheduled to go back to Toronto to catch my 7:45 flight home. But the nice people at Waterloo Airport Air Canada put me on the earlier bus back to Toronto at 3:30. So I got back into Toronto 2 hours later because it was only supposed to be an hour and 20-minute ride, but due to a couple of accidents on the 402, I think it was, the 402, and it was slow moving traffic. So when I got into Toronto, then I had to wait till 7 o'clock to board Air Canada plane jet back home, and I landed back in Thunder Bay at 10:45, and a good friend of mine there, Tracy, picked me up from the airport because she was dying to meet Grace, and picked me up and drove me home and helped me get Grace settled in and me back home, and so she is going to live down here with the young calves, and I'll get laying hens again to go on the other side over there, and she'll be a guard dog because Great White Pyrenees are bred to protect livestock and young children. And due to the fact that I had so much problem with foxes and coyotes and wolves, they wiped out all my chickens twice, and my last batch of turkeys. And now that the last 3 years, I've been popping them off, and a local trapper's been snaring them along my fence line. I think we got that under control now after 3 winters. So she won't be really good for protecting until this time next year, so I'll get 100 laying chicks in the spring, and by the time they're ready to be put into this barn in their outdoor run, she'll be old enough to know what she's got to do and protect them. But how many years I lived here, and I had meat chickens, I had turkeys, I had laying hens, ducks, geese, never had predator problems until about 3.5 years ago, and then it was just wipeout after wipeout, and I gave up on birds, and I did lose a couple of 3.5 month old steers due to wolves, and a few steers I had to stitch up because of coyotes ripping their hide open on their lower neck and their shoulder, and they survived. Those ones did, but I had to medicate them with antibiotics, and it took a long time to heal, but they made it to the butcher shop at 20 months, and now he come back in to eat some grain now again. So that's the story on her, a new addition to the farm. He says, I know there's more in that bottle. I know there's got to be more in that bottle. Yeah. He says, I know there's got to be more in that bottle. Yeah. Hey, little guy. You're 1 month old today. December 5th, or January 5th, 2025. You were born on December 5th, 2024. I know there's more milk in that bottle. I know. Why don't you eat some of that grain that's there for you? Eh? Why don't you eat some of that grain that's there for you? Eh? There's grain there for you. Hey, little guy. Oh, I'm going to see if there's some in that bottle, are you? Yeah. 2 heifers in a row rejected their calves. One red Angus heifer and my pet annoyance Angus cross heifer. Both of them didn't want nothing to do with their babies, but they did clean up the calf about 75% both times, and they did, I assume they cleaned up the afterbirth because there was no sign of it around anywhere. Both of them. But he does get milk from one of the other cows. I don't know which one. I think the big black one, but I can't be certain. But yet a 1.5 year old black steer is sucking and draining this guy's mother dry. She lets him suck, but no way, even in a headlock and a squeeze panel, no way could I get her to stand still to nurse her own calf. Same with the red Angus one. What are you doing? What are you doing? Because some nights I come down to feed him here in this nice little calf barn, and he doesn't want the bottle at all. And other nights I come down and he'll drink 1.5, and then other nights I'll come down and he'll drink both bottles and looking for more like he is this morning. But it's 1.25 gallons between the 2 bottles, and that's plenty. And he's eating a little bit of hay, and he's nibbled out a bit of grain, but not much yet. But he's been learning from the other mama-less red steer that was born in August, mother didn't want nothing. He's been learning from him to eat hay because he sticks around him pretty good. I come down here at 6 o'clock at night to feed him because I want him to learn that this is his shelter. And most nights like last night, he followed me back up to the barn even after I sat here with him for 20 minutes till he laid down. I was halfway up the hill to the house, and he goes flying past me, and it was windy cold last night, but he tucked in between the bull and big red Angus cow by the hay feeder. What are you doing, guy? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're right in my face. Yes, you are. Number 56. Yeah, number 56, yes. You're just full of piss and vinegar, aren't you? Yeah, you're just full of piss and vinegar. That's my coffee. You can't have that coffee. That's my coffee. You got a full belly. 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 Are you sucking on my glove? Yep, sucking on my glove. That's why my gloves and shirts don't last long, because they suck and chew on my shirts and my gloves, and I let them. It's like, oh well. Hey, cut it out. You're too close to the camera. Yeah, you're too close to the camera. Never mind trying to headbutt me. Okay, see you later, guys. Where'd you go, Grace? Come here, Grace. Where'd you go? Under my chair again? Oh, there you are. There you are, down there. Yeah, there you are. You're hiding behind me. Yeah, are you hiding behind me? Hey, are you hiding behind me? Hey, girl. Are you hiding behind me? Hey? You got my mitt again, sucking on my mitt. Yeah, we don't want you chewing on my mitt. No. Yeah, we don't want you chewing on my mitt. Grace has got a crowd around here watching her and sniffing her. Hey, girl. That's your baby there, and you've been so mean to him. You've been headbutting him and everything. Yeah. Where are you? There you are. Hey, there you are. How come you're hiding under my chair? You were in amongst all those steers and the calves a little while ago. Grace is down in the calf barn with this little guy. You chewing on my mitt? Eh? Are you chewing on my mitt again? No. You can't chew on my mitts. Hey, Grace. This is going to be your house when you get a little bit bigger. Yeah, this is going to be your house when you get a little bit bigger. We'll move your crate down here, and we'll lock the door the first couple of nights, and then we'll leave it open a tiny bit so you can go in and out to do your business and get used to being in here instead of up in the outside porch. Yeah, where you are right now. Yeah. Quit sucking on my gloves. Eat your grain. Yeah, eat your grain. Oh, looks like Grace found a piece of cow poop. Hey, cow candies. Yeah, Shania and King both love cow candies. Yeah, you seem to have found one over there, I think. You're a good girl. Good girl, Grace. Yeah, she followed us all the way down here this morning. She followed us all the way, Grace followed us all the way down here. With a pet cow behind me and a black steer behind me and this little guy behind me. And that steer is still here because he knew I had the grain pail with me to give to this guy. Yeah. Hey, cut it out. Cut it out. Yeah, 2 cows in a row, or 2 heifers in a row. Didn't know what to do with their babies. I hope the next heifer that's going to calf, probably next month, I hope she's a good mom, because the last 2 heifers sure haven't been. But both of them seem to have cleaned up all the afterbirth and seem to have 3/4 cleaned the calves off. But did moms do that, or did the other cows get rid of it? I don't know. That I don't know. I know the black cow. I've seen him. This has been letting him nurse off of her, but her calf is still on her, and that calf was born in November last year, and of course he sucks her dry, so she doesn't get much, or he doesn't get much to fill him up, so I have to top him up with a bottle. When he was younger, there was quite a few nights where he didn't want the bottle at all, but I guess he was getting enough back then. But now it's like he'll drink both bottles. And I have seen him on the black cow trying, but both times I've seen him, or a few times I've seen him, the black cow's udder wasn't very big, so he probably doesn't get much. Grace, what are you doing? Okay. You're a good girl, Grace. She's having fun playing in the straw. She was rolling around in it a minute ago before I turned the camera on. again. Oh, you're gonna eat some grain, are you? Eating some grain? All the dogs like the grain. I'm just sitting down here with her so that she gets used to this in here. I'll sit here as long as I can. Let her get used to it. Eating some more grain. She got her pig's ear and her food robbed from her this morning. The pig's ear was robbed last night by a neighbor's white dog. He got right in her crate and ran off with the pig's ear last night after cleaning out her food dish. And then again this morning when I fed her and gave her some milk, warm milk. I came back inside after I filled her dish, and I came back inside to get her water and milk, and when I got to the door I seen him with his head in the crate cleaning out the dog dish again. So I have to give her water quite frequently because it freezes. I don't have a heated bowl for her yet. I've got to get one. You having fun, Grace? Eh? Are you having fun? In the straw? Are you leaving me? Eh? Oh, you see the black cow. You see the black cap up there, eh?